5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Broadcasting worldwide from Paine Studios in Cornwall, this is the Wal of Paine show on Phluid FM.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Wal of Paine here on Phluid FM and Phluid Vision with myself, Leo Bass Driver Paine, alongside Neil Walters. No superlatives this week, I'm afraid.
Oh, you made me panic.
I've run out of time for this week.
We haven't got time for superlatives.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
How about the superlative? What would be the superlative to a superlative? A superlative?
Yeah.
You know, like when you have the ultimate,
superlative,
the ultimate, and the day before or the thing before an ultimate is the penultimate.
So
do you know what the thing before the penultimate is? This is weird. I don't know why I know this.
Duoptimate?
It's the ultimate penultimate.
Oh my god,
that's mad. Isn't it?
So, like, how would this pertain for like the final countdown as a song if you changed it into the?
It's the ultimate penultimate. Yeah,
that'd be fantastic.
It would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Excellent. Yes, so how's it going? Like a good week?
It's a busy week, as always. Opening with a couple of bangers there as well. Vengeance, your man Vengeance. We're still waiting for him to get back to us.
Yeah.
Waiting for him to get on the show.
Yeah.
I'll at him again.
Yes, yeah, give us a shout, man.
And Yonica, we're waiting for Teresa and the boys to come on the show.
Yeah.
I'm always championing Yonica. Went to see them live, and they still haven't replied. But they're on tour, so fair play. They're in Czechoslovakia at the moment.
Yeah. Well, everyone's busy. Right.
Yeah.
Adam Tipple,
he's super down though, isn't he?
He's super down. Yep.
I was telling Andrea how super down he was. I don't know whether he's just upset or that's a cool thing to be.
Yeah.
He's super down.
He's hard to track down.
He's a busy man.
Yeah.
He's a busy man. Yeah. As is, and Prouty was talking about this, our resident gardener, Monty Tom, who obviously is, I mean, he's far too above his station now. He's robbed by royal appointment, isn't he, for this show?
Yeah.
But for all those people out there that miss Monty Tom's tips for a top tip garden or a tip-top garden, I've actually got a good one, because our garden, like a lot of gardens in Cornwall at the moment, has gone green. Has your garden gone green? I'm not talking grass, I'm talking algae.
Well, no, we get more like a sort of dusty, browny sort of dirt build up every year.
Oh, okay. You don't get dampy, greeny algae?
Not so much. I think we get too much sunshine on the back garden.
I mean, we are a south-facing garden, but over the winter months it's all gone green. And I said, I know just the person to talk to about what's the best product for that. So you heard it here first. Well, you heard it on Amazon first, probably, but you heard it here first on Fluid FM. Patio Magic is what Monty Tom recommends for all those people that have got green on your slate, your pebbles, your wood, your bench, driveways, absolutely anything. And do you know what I like about it the best is you put it through one of those low pressure sprayers, and there's no bleach in it, but it's like a chemical reaction. So you just spray it, and according to the video, so I'm yet to be
This isn't a JML product, is it?
No, but it just eats the algae. There's no scrubbing, there's no rinsing, there's no hard work. And also, I know that Andrea is going to want to do the job, so all I had to do was order it. Well, that's the best job in the world, isn't it?
Right there, yeah. I do remember one time my dad sending my mum out to get some stuff to clean his driveway, and it included like gunk.
Oh, gunk, that's what you used to put on engines.
Yeah, like, just she was going down the list, and by the time she got to the gunk, she was like, you sure this isn't 4 candles? Like, does that half of this even exist? Yeah,
gunk. I remember gunk. We used to clean our Volkswagens with gunk. I need the engine to be clean. Let's go and get some gunks, literally spray it on, and then quickly put a watering can over the top of it, and away you go. And then spend the next 2 days going nowhere because the water had got into the distributor and into the cylinders and into your everywhere.
Be careful about that. Shout outs to everyone in our chat room.
Who's in?
Johnny Teardrop is in there as well. And if you want to join us in our chat rooms, whether you're watching us on Twitch or Mixcloud or listening to us on Fluid FM, you can get onto us at fm.fluidrecords.co.uk or vision.fluidrecords.co.uk. If you go to either of our pages there, you can watch the player at the top and chat right underneath the player and get into our chat rooms there. And if you are checking us out on Mixcloud, obviously there's a chat room there as well. So yeah, we'll try to keep up with you. And obviously if any of you have any questions for our guests this evening, then pop them in there. Or you could alternately email us at studio@fluidrecords.co.uk.
Perfect. And Johnny Teardrop, I take it, hello Johnny, is Johnny from Teardrop Phase, because we're playing their video Cells later, are we not? So hello Johnny.
John, yeah.
And Johnny, if your garden's gone green, you know what to do now. You know to go and get some patio magic, as recommended by Monty Tom, resident landscape gardener to the royalty, and to Phluid Records.
Yeah, because Prouty was mentioning yesterday, shout out to Prouty for his show last night. He was mentioning how
he's rude about me, Prouty. Every single show he says I am. What's he call me?
The Poundland Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than crackhead Johnny Depp. So you know.
I'll take the Poundland Jason
Eastern
Statham.
European Johnny Depp is a variant on that I get sometimes. Like a Polish Johnny Depp.
Now, I've got
Janusz Deffer. I am Janusz Deffer.
I am Janusz Deffer. I've got a track to play here, Leo, called Revolution by a couple of girls called Body Water. Nice. They randomly started following My Painted Smile, and then I followed
online.
them.
I'm guessing, not just in the street.
No, they were literally following me. I was in Morrison's. Right. I couldn't shake them off. Oh, wow. I had to sprint behind the fresh ham aisle. No, of course they're following us online. And I thought I'll have a listen to them. So we started following them back. And I love this, right? They're a couple of girls. Follow them. Check them out on all the socials. They're called We Are Body Water on Instagram. Mm-hmm. But, you know, when you have your information on, what's it called? Like your bio.
Yeah.
Their bio, hello girls, opens with, why write songs about love when you can write about serial killers? So it's not as dark as you think it's going to be, but it's a little tune called Revolution, so I thought we'd play this.
Okay.
We champion new music.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think you'll like it.
Nice. Check it out. There you go.
Absolutely bob on. So Body Water. What about that?
Fantastic.
Who would have thought it? Never heard of them.
Yeah, really great. Well, that's the thing. The best things are the best pearls are found in the unexpected places at the bottom of the sea.
They are, and isn't it when people are looking for pearls and they say that it's the little bit of grit that makes the pearl?
Yes,
and Gabriella Chilme there. I haven't heard that tune for a while, and I was thinking the other day, what a banger that is.
Yeah. I haven't actually heard from Gabriella at all for a long time myself, but yeah.
So we've got. I mean, we're very lady led at the moment. Yonica, Body Water, and Gabriella Chilme, so it's a good job we got a male guest coming on to even up the scores for the fellas. So we'll be joined very shortly, live on Zoom, by Mr. Ashley Harding, who anybody who's read our column in the paper, so eloquently written this week by Mr. Bass Driver himself, the Bard Harding.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can only take like a tiny bit of credit, like the paragraph at the beginning. The rest of it is all Ashley. It's all not putting words in his mouth at all. But no, it's out now in the Cornish Times, in this week's edition of the Cornish Times, which of course will be shared online in a few days' time as well, and you'll be able to find out once it goes online on fluidrecords.co.uk under our featured artist page. So yeah, there's that. He'll be joining us in just a couple of minutes, and I believe you've got something lined up for playing as an intro.
I have, just a nice little intro. And again, I've been watching, anybody that's been watching Clarkson's Farm, if you're a Jeremy Clarkson fan and you've been watching Clarkson's Farm, it's probably just about the best thing on TV at the moment, but it's also... It's brilliant, it's funny, but it's also very, very frustrating, up its own rectum, Middle England, blocking everything that he's trying to do. I mean, who wants anybody to create 50 jobs, and who wants anybody to keep the farmers going and keep these people in business and make a environmentally organic, eco-friendly restaurant? Nobody wants that. What they want is sort of keeping jobs for the boys and make sure that the tourists stay in. So let's make sure that Clarkson gets nowhere. So it is entertaining, but he had on the other day, this piece of music was one of his closing credits, and it's Classical Gas by Mason Williams, and I thought, again, I haven't heard this song for ages, and I just thought, Ashley's coming on, the guitar just sounded perfect to me. Ashley might say different when he comes on in a minute, but we'll play this, and we will be back after this with the fantastic Ashley Harding.
Fantastic.
There we go, Mason Williams there, absolutely fantastic as an intro to the amazing Ashley Harding. And as we were playing that, he's picked his guitar up and started picking away at playing it himself. So
we shall go over. Yeah, I can hear you already. Fingers crossed. Switch over and boom, there he is.
Yes, we are here. Here we go. Ashley's in the house. Welcome.
Nice. How's it going? You okay?
Yeah, I'm loving the hat there, Ashley, as well. Bend forward slightly, look, because we big up Bar Silo in the gig guide every month.
Yeah,
it's a cracking venue, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
really good. They've got loads going on there.
Well, it's funny actually, because the first time we saw you, we weren't expecting to see you because we'd gone down to the box in Plymouth, hadn't we, to film Andy for this show.
Yeah.
And you were there as support for the Andy Quick Band, and I know Andy's played down at Bar Silo as well, and we were kind of just like, shit, we should have been ready and set up to go for this guy because we should have been recording you as well.
Yeah, I wasn't even meant to be there till I think the day before. I don't know whether the original support had dropped out or something, but
no, that would just be Andy not bothering to book anybody till the last minute.
We were talking about this earlier, weren't we? It's just like, that seems to be sort of regular things when it comes to Andy.
Yeah, it's like, right, I've got a gig, and they'd be like, okay, so have you got a support act? To go, not yet. Yeah, but you started. I played a couple of little gigs with Andy, and literally before we're about to play, Ashley, he's tearing out, what's the set list, Andy? And he'll just rip a page of his atlas out and starts writing something down.
Really?
But there you go.
He seems to pull it off anyway.
Yeah. But I mean, you did. I don't know. You've seen your column in the Times?
I haven't yet. No. Is it online or is it?
It's actually in the paper for the next couple of days, and it usually gets up online over the weekend. Usually by Sunday. Usually.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. Yeah. I'll have a look. I will have a look.
It was one that, well, it was just one of those things because Leo started the article saying that you go and see a lot of solo artists as you are, and there's so much additional stuff going on behind them, and you just kind of when we came to see you particularly just kind of stood there, started playing, and I was just, oh my god, this guy is like just filled a room, one man and an acoustic guitar, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm much of a performer. I am, and I do feel I do still feel awkward playing. But it's just, if I can just sound all right, half decent, then I'm happy. But I can. There won't be much dancing or anything for me. For years, people have said to me about you should bob around, you should be a bit more confident, but as long as it sounds all right, that's all I care about.
Yeah, absolutely.
The sound's the main thing. Do you think it's funny again, and we just mentioning back to Andy again as well, because he has said to me, because obviously he fronts the Land of the Giants and he fronts the Andy Quick Band. He's occasionally gone out on his own like you do and said that he feels quite exposed when he's on his own. Do you kind of get that vibe?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, definitely. And I can feel my knees shaking sometimes. It's just, after the first couple of songs, I can still, feel, and I always seem to open with like a hard song to pick, and I don't know why, because it's the one I feel like maybe if I can get past that, then I'm all right then. But it is weird on your own. There's nowhere to hide on your own, definitely.
Yeah, no, I can get that. I mean, I've only ever played in bands as a drummer, so I'm literally. Right. At the
you're
back.
Exposed, but you're still. If everyone knows, if the drums are out or if you drop a stick.
Oh, don't say that.
I was just touch wood. Touch wood. You never will. But yeah, you're. I would rather be out on my own than be a drummer.
That's well, do you know what? I was going to say the opposite. I was going to say, because I'm obviously always right at the back, plus I'm behind a load of stuff, plus I'm sitting down, and sometimes I'll stand up and go to the front just to see what's going on, where the guitarists and the singers are standing. I'm like, that's not for me at all.
No, yeah, that's true. Maybe I should, should be a common ground where I grab a seat and sit back. And then I'll feel more like a drummer then.
Get a high bar stool. Go for that whole sort of like bar stool approach.
I hate that. I feel too top heavy to do anything like that. I feel all dizzy and I hate high stools.
So MTV Unplugged's classic set wouldn't be ideal then with all their high stools and candles and stuff.
No, not at all. I need to. If I don't mind like sitting down. If I can sit with my knees up and a guitar sort of, but yeah, I don't like the high stool.
Do you have a preference for like a size of venue or setting or crowd? Do you find a larger crowd is easier to play to than a smaller one, or?
don't know. I've never played to a large crowd. No,
you haven't yet.
I would rather play to people I don't know.
Yeah.
It is getting better, and I've got to start sort of realizing that it's not about me and how I feel, because I have like friends and family who say, "Oh, play a song or whatever," and I've kind of just got to let go of being a bit like embarrassed, I suppose, or like that it's actually nice for other people to hear it. So, but yeah, I don't like playing in front of people I know if I see people I know in the audience or whatever. It's still a bit nervy, but the more people there is, the less they start looking like people.
Yeah.
Now that's also interesting as well, Ashley, because again, that's funny. I love a home crowd, and if it's people I don't know, I'm more on the nervy. Not
really?
Nervous.
That's so funny.
Because I'm sat at the back and hiding behind everything, as I've just said. But if I see people that I know come on or come into the venue, that goes the other way for me. So that's two different ways of looking at exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see why there would be that, because you might be thinking, again, going back to you're completely exposed, it is just you, here comes a crowd of people that I know, they just know me as Ashley, to go out for a pint, I am entertaining them, sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. And it is nice if you see people like I played the Great Estate festival last year, and like all my family there and stuff, and I had a gig on Friday, and my mum and dad were there, and I play in a country band with my brothers, and that's really nice especially if you see someone there you don't know that's going to be there and they turn up. That's like a nice surprise. But I do get more nervous if I know like there's people I know. I don't know why.
Yeah.
What's the country band, Ashley, that you play with your brothers?
It's called Secondhand Country Band, and it's country covers. So we do like Mill Haggard, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings. It's like old, sort of old outlaw Bakersfield country, Texas country music. So it's all the sort of golden oldies, and some like obscure songs as well, but no sort of modern country. I think there's a lot of people that do that, and we're into the old honky tonk stuff.
Yeah, the more traditional stuff.
That's it. Yeah.
And so you got the best of both worlds there, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. And I play in a 3-piece sort of dad rock band as well. We do like Pink Floyd, Cream tunes, like a covers thing.
Nice.
And what's that band called?
So they were called Fast Lane.
Right. And so you've got two bands, and you got you as a solo career. Any other bands you're playing in, actually?
I do. I am in a duo as well with my mate Adam. So you got to keep busy, haven't you? You've got to do.
You have clearly.
Got to do what you got to do. Yeah. So it's one weekend. So last week I think I had a duo gig Thursday, country band Friday, 3-piece Saturday, and a solo Sunday. So it was like the full shebang on last week. You
do need it though, because I mean, contrary to popular belief, a lot of musical artists that work, and it is their job. It's not that endless pot of money and riders and this, that, and the other, is it? Even when it's actually your living, you've still got to really, really work hard at it. And I think a lot of people see, these musicians, they just make... We had this conversation with Jules, didn't we?
Yes.
These artists and musicians, they just make loads of money and so on. And it's very, very... When as I say, particularly when it's your living, you've got to be out there doing it all the time.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
hard work.
Yeah, and it's like, you think you get a wedge of cash or whatever at the end of the night, and I've done loads of jobs, building sites, kitchens, loads of things, and you get it feels like a pocket full of cash at the end of the night, but you might have had to leave at 2:00 in the afternoon to go and get your gear. By the time you set up, you've done like a 12-hour day just to play an hour and a half, and it works out sometimes less than minimum wage.
I was going to say,
I'm not complaining, I'm not moaning, but
I mean, it's a legitimate thing that is very misconceived about the music industry in general. It's not necessarily just artists. There's also plenty of engineers, producers, producing, all of this sort of stuff goes on, and there's an entire industry there that it's completely separated from major labels and multi-million pound contracts and things like this. There's no expenses coverage, there's no roadies, there's no crew, there's no... You get up in the morning and you know that all your social media's already been taken care of.
Oh.
And there's someone like, you know, sharing all your stuff to the journalists at the various newspapers for you and making sure that all your flyers and posters are getting up all around town. There is none of that in what I call the real industry.
No.
You know,
no.
The fashion industry, as you see in the top 10 large amount. I say there's plenty of artists out there that will be charging £1,600 a night, and they literally just turn up, do their thing, and they're gone. And there's a whole team of other people doing stuff behind them.
Get in one of those bands, Ashley.
Yeah, that's the dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
I tell you what, it's funny hearing you say about that, and you're on less than minimum wage. I was going to say, we a while back now, we played a gig down at China Fleet, and one of the waitresses, I said to Charlie, I said, look at that waitress going round. I said, she's got a face like thunder. And he goes, well, it's New Year's Eve, she's 18, she doesn't want to be here. And I said, oh no, she's probably, you're probably right, Charlie, and she's probably working for minimum wage. He said, well, she's getting paid more than us then.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
But it's true.
True, yeah.
We've just been talking as well, searching up for a couple of you sent us an enormous list of songs, Ashley, that have influenced you, bands you like and whatever. And the first one we hit on, I think we've all agreed, is just Mr. Cale. He's just phenomenal and prolific. You've gone for a JJ Cale track. Did you just want to talk about why and JJ Cale for a couple of seconds before we play it, Ashley?
Yeah, just like I said, he's sort of effortless and cool. And I there's a good documentary on YouTube, and I can't remember what it's called now, Oklahoma and back, and it's free on, and it's like an hour long, and it's about him touring, sort of, in the later part of his life, and he's just so cool, and I don't even think he realizes, but musically as well, he could take most of his songs, 3-chord songs, and it's like Hank Williams, like what he could do with 3 chords is amazing. So yeah, but I love JJ Cale.
Midnight in Memphis, the instrumental, is one of my favourite JJ Cale tunes as well, which is fun.
Have you heard that one, Durango?
I think I've pretty much heard everything he's played at some point. Yeah, but
you're right. Like it's 10-minute long trance track.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's like you put it on, and within like 10 seconds, you're just like, this is a great tune. And the guy's prolific, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
or was, we should say, because sadly we've lost him now. But
that's it.
So we'll have JJ Cale and Magnolia for Ashley, and we'll be back after 3 minutes and 24 seconds. That's another thing, because a lot of his tunes are short.
Yeah,
that's it.
JJ Cale, Magnolia, that's just lovely, isn't it? We've got another one coming up. I have a funny feeling your second choice, Ashley, is a little bit different to that.
I can't even remember what I picked now. What was it?
Double Barrel, Dave and Ansel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard that for years, and I woke up the other day, and it was just the intro was what he says right at the start was in my head. I don't know why. And I messaged my mum saying, this just came into my head, and I do that sometimes, she'll do the same. I haven't heard this for years, and she'll send me a song, and I love it.
Yeah, we're just talking whilst that was playing as well, because you're playing in JJ's in Liskeard on Friday, March the 3rd.
That's right, yeah.
And JJ's in Lou on Saturday, March the 4th. This is both just you on your own. This is just Ashley Harding with a guitar.
Yep.
And you were just saying the kind of vibe that you'll set up, Ashley, which is quite impressive. So just let everybody know what you're going to be doing in JJ's on Friday the 3rd, because I think this is amazing that you can actually just do this.
So I'll just take requests. I'll start off. I'll sort of try and scope the room. I know I shouldn't judge people, but if they come in with a Liam Gallagher hairstyle and a parka, then I'm gonna do some Oasis. I'll do it that way. And
read
then,
the room. Yeah.
If they walk in with a suave like walk and go, right there, Spy, you got anything for us, Spy? You know exactly where you're going.
Yeah, you're going to play some old school punk.
Yeah.
Whereas if you hear them coming in going, and I was rudely awakened by the dustman, then a bit of blurs on the cars.
But you're going to do a request per se like a human jukebox.
I try, and maybe a broken jukebox, but I give it a go. Or sometimes people are happy with half a song if I can make the lyric, and they will. the majority of the time people don't really know the lyrics as well, so I can mumble my way through and pretend to have a cough.
Something I was going to ask. How often do you start playing a tune, you get to the bit where you don't know lyrics? Come on, everyone! And just hand it over to the crowd. Or
there's like, there's a bridge in this song. And you think, shit, I don't know the...
And then you go, there's a bridge in this song, and your brain goes, there isn't any more, Ashley, just go straight into the chorus.
Straight through. Repeat the verse that you know, straight into another chorus. Finish off.
Do you ever get requests for 500 Miles by the Proclaimers?
Yeah, I do, right. and sometimes I do it. To be honest, I'm like, I've got to be a little bit... you've got to, it's like give and take in it.
Yeah, well,
sometimes there's certain songs there's certain things that I won't even learn because I don't, and that was the compromise that I made, that if I'm going to do this, because I did it for a while in Cardiff and I got sort of a little bit burnt out with it, and then went and got some real jobs, some proper jobs, the hard jobs, and I was like, well, I want to go back to gigging. And then I sort of think, right, so if I'm going to do it, there's going to be some things I won't learn, because for a start, there's plenty of people that do it, and second of all, I probably won't be good at doing it if I don't enjoy it. So there's some things I do, like Wonderwall, Brown Eyed Girl, like Sweet Home Alabama. If you listen to the original of Sweet Home Alabama, it's unbelievable. It's just, I think it's got a bad rap because people do it, maybe half-assed or whatever, or overdo it. But I'll do all them if I might not be that thrilled about it, but
There's a main reason I asked specifically about that one tune, 500 Miles, right, is if you've played that, how many times, and is it every time, do you get to the end of the first little bridgie to the what people think is the chorus, and it comes back into the second verse, and everyone always gets
starts singing. They
start
singing.
Yeah, like so the Morzim, you guys played it.
Yeah,
happened there. I went to a pantomime just before Christmas as well. They did it there, and then
if you listen when we play it, Giles always goes, "Wait, wait," because he can see them. He can see them going. I was just going to say, you wouldn't get yourself in down the Bullers playing Wonderwall. Have you gone down to the Bullers in Lou?
Yeah.
So they won't let you play any Oasis in there. Swampy said, if you come in here and play Oasis, he'll point at the door.
Yeah. I know. I think we've my band we felt that for firsthand. I think so when we did 2 Oasis. Someone shouted out, "Don't do any Oasis," and we did 2 Oasis songs to close. So
did you do it to wind him up?
Yeah, it didn't go down too well.
That sounds like noise in the crowd right there.
I was also just going to say, Ashley, as well, for all of our viewers and listeners, you're saying that you went, when you were out in Cardiff, you went and got some proper jobs, because people will notice, as you're talking, clearly you've got a very, very Welsh twang. So you're originally a Cardiff boy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm from Cardiff.
Yeah. I hadn't been into Cardiff for absolutely years, and I went just before Christmas to, is it the Molyneux Stadium? Is that what it's called? There's one of the stadiums there to see The Cure.
Oh,
up
to
Cardiff and the stadium. Oh, I don't know. They change their names. I think they get new sponsors every now and then. Like the Millennium Stadium's called the Principality, and
so they change it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How was that though? Was that a good gig?
It was absolutely fantastic, and I really, really liked Cardiff as a city. I thought it was wonderful. I mean, do you go? Have you still got family and friends obviously up there? You go back quite regularly.
Yeah, I've got family there and stuff. I don't go back. I haven't been back for a few years, but I don't go back that much, to be honest. Every now and then it's just having the time. I think maybe I should make more time.
How often have any of you been extras on Doctor Who or Torchwood so far?
No, none of that.
Intentionally or not.
It is interesting though, isn't it? There is a lot going on in there. When you go back there, you realise how much like a city works. Do you know what I mean? Like there's loads going on and stuff. I prefer it here though.
I thought it had got quite a nice happy vibe to it for a city though. There were some beautiful shops. We went into we actually on our show do a tipple of the week every week, and I went into, I think we might have one up there, went into a lovely deli, and the chap was absolutely fantastic, and we were looking to get a breakfast, and he's like, I won't do the Welsh accent, Ash, because I don't want to insult you, but he says
no, I don't care, go for it.
He said, well, if you go down there and you come up by you come up by here, and there's an alley, go back past there when they call that, and you go in there and tell an Wally sent sure. Well,
That's good, though.
I should say my cousin is, she was born in Bodmin, but spent, apart from about the first 6 months of her life, she lives in Hook, down by Haverfordwest.
Okay, yeah.
And she's still there now. So one of the favourite things that you'll ever say to Vashti, and her stock standard answer, you could say, I've cut my finger today, Vashti, and she'll go, there you are then. Equally, I could say, Vashti, I've won £60 million on the lottery, and she'll just go, there you are then.
I was going to say it, there you are, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's true.
Yeah.
But maybe I've got a little bit of a head start on the accent, but I thought I don't want to do it in front of a Welshman. And what about your team going on strike in the Six Nations?
Do you know what? I don't really. I've loved rugby my whole life, and I don't really know much about it, to be honest. The last thing I've seen from the Six Nations is they're getting stuffed, and they've banned Delilah from the stadium. So that's all I know what's going on.
They've gone on strike. The Welsh rugby team have gone on strike.
Is it? Well, that won't make much difference. They're playing then, will they? So what does that mean then? Will they not play?
I don't know. I mean, we were saying, because Prouty was saying, wasn't he? Do they just now get banned? I thought I'd ask you, because being a Welshman, I thought you'd be passionate about it. Sorry, you don't conform to the stereotype there. Actually, I thought you'd be an avid rugby fan.
I do love. Yeah, I do. I just don't. I don't know. I think the whole thing of Facebook is like. The moment you go on Facebook and there's like a Wales Online thing, and I think I'll have a catch up with the rugby, and there's all these comments of people who've probably never even touched the rugby ball and all, and I just can't be bothered with some of it. But I don't know what will happen there if they're on strike. So it's like football, isn't it? Football when they refuse to play because is it to do with their manager or payment? What is it?
I can't imagine it's. I think it's something to do with working conditions, because Steve Prout, one of our other DJs, he very flippantly said, "Is it?" Because they're getting injured at work.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, yeah.
But it could be something to do with working conditions, I guess, because, I mean, they wouldn't be striking for nothing.
Maybe, insure. Maybe it's like, because there's a thing at the moment, isn't it, with CTE, brain damage after work. Maybe they're not, I don't know, something to do with insurance or healthcare after when they finish.
This has been a prevalent thing in American football over the last 3 or 4 years, particularly. It's been really hot about CTEs, and particularly with the unfortunate affairs that have happened in the last couple of months over in America with the American football. Again, there's even more heightened kind of oversight onto it. So I think that is sort of seeping out across the world with any contact sports. I mean, God, look at wrestling.
They take a hammer in these guys.
Yeah. Well, again, it's in many sports, like I say with wrestling. Look at Shawn Michaels; his eyes are completely opposite directions now.
Chris Benoit, do you remember what happened to him?
Yeah, tragic, absolutely tragic.
I mean, that's whether there was like steroid abuse, but that's.
It was
that's to do with brain damage
chair
as well,
shots to the head in a single match. Flying headbutts.
Well, I was going to say, as a nice little segue into the next, you could say they're getting it both barrels, which would lead us nicely into.
You're good at your job. You've done this before.
About 33 times.
So we've got double barrel Dave and Ansel Collins coming up. Actually, tell us a little bit about this one. You've said that it came into your head. You were chatting to your mum.
So we just grow up in the house. My parents aren't musicians, but they are musical. Whether they'll argue that, but there's always different types of music, and being in Cardiff and stuff, but we grew up in a place called Splot in Cardiff, which is
what a great name.
Multi. Well, I looked into that, and whether it comes from Cornish splat. Splatterland, and Splot's got like a moorland and things like that. So I don't know whether that's the connection, but it's quite multicultural, and there was with the docks and things like that, and we just grew up listening to ska and reggae, like the two-tone stuff, and then going back then to the stuff like the late 50s, 60s and 70s. So I had a CD, Ska Mania, and it was like 4 or 5 CDs, when they have all different whatever compilation thing, and I just rinsed that CD during, I think I was like 13 or 14, and this kept coming up on it, and I just loved the track. Have
you seen the Mighty Offbeats, Ashley?
I have, yeah. A couple of times down in Newquay.
Yeah. We saw them last Sunday, didn't we? And I saw
Yeah.
them just before Christmas. So obviously, I was just thinking it's one after another, isn't it?
Yeah.
They give us. I mean, they bring a coach of people as well, don't they? A
Yeah,
coach load of people
yeah.
with them.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And what's funny is like all these. I think where do these people? Well, I saw the specials years ago in Cardiff. My parents actually, I got to say this, tell this story. My parents pawned their wedding rings. They were big specials fans,
Right.
and they had this reunion. I can't remember what year, it was 2009 or 11 or I don't know. And so my parents pawned their wedding rings to buy me and my mates and my brother's tickets.
Oh wow!
So we went to that, and I can't remember where I was going with this story now, but there's all these people, and you think like these rude boys and skinheads and these rude girls, and you think, where do they all come from?
Yeah.
They must have all normal jobs.
Yeah.
And then on the weekends, they must get the boots and braces
Dig out the
on
cherry
and-
reds and away you go,
it's
isn't it?
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's amazing.
It
The
is.
thing is, like, they never went away as well. That's the thing. Like, people are quite surprised when you see people in the older age brackets that are still rocking the platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went down to watch them. I put my creepers on.
Yeah,
didn't I?
exactly. The
Got my-
platform creepers and that sort of stuff. And like, but the thing is, it's one of those things again. What I talk about with like the real industry is that there's still plenty of call for proper music. You know, like not just the dude stood there pointing and twisting around, going,
Hey, coming from a DJ, this is
I'm
good.
a DJ myself. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm no fan of
especially if that music hits him at 14, 15 is such like an impressionable age, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
imagine being 14 or 15 and hearing Too Much Too Young or something, or Ghost Town,
this
or
is-
Ghost Town was
the
banging,
Jam
yeah.
or something like that.
Well, this is
Do
the
you know
thing.
what I mean?
Actually, says I'm 54 this year, so I did.
Yeah,
That's it, yeah. Yeah.
Well, this is
But,
one thing. It's all in our power to hand it down. You've got to pass it forward. Like our little one, I've got a massive collection of old music videos from like MTV and Night Flight from when 70s and 80s all the way up to 2000. And like playing some of the older stuff, it just stops them in the tracks. What's this? This is amazing.
What's
Really
this?
like
Oh,
it.
it's proper music. Well,
Yeah,
let's have a listen.
yeah,
Let's have a
exactly.
listen to some proper music. Then here we go.
Yeah.
Dave and Ansel
Awesome.
Collins, Double Barrel.
Wicked. We're back in the room.
And I thought, oh no, I can't switch Ashley back onto live from things. So I just played a bit more JJ Cale. I mean, you can't go wrong with a bit of JJ Cale anyway, can you?
Nope.
Let me just pause that as well. Will we do that?
Yeah, I really need to get one of those easy buttons for you to just press.
Yeah. You see, I like it from my side, but Leo's got all the technical side, Ashley, and I do not know how any of that works. So that's just not.
Well, it's just a matter of time. I do actually have like a tablet ready and waiting just so he can have a nice big button in front of him that just says press here to do stuff. And it's just I don't get the time to set it up, unfortunately.
I'm just looking rude down there. I'm just reading the paper, but I'm just looking at the Bard Harding in there. And of course, you'll be in the gig guide because we do the East Cornwall gig guide. So anything that you're doing will be in there as well.
Lovely.
But Ashley, it's brilliant talking to you. This is what we say to everybody: is like we could probably keep going on and on and on forever. So at some point, obviously, you'll have to come back, talk to us again.
Yeah, I'd love to. I've really enjoyed it.
You need to put some stuff up on Spotify and YouTube because you were saying you haven't got anything out that's your originals on there.
That's
So very much live at the moment. I mean, that's not too bad. If you want to hear you, you've got to come and see you. I suppose that's actually quite a good marketing ploy.
Yeah, I do want to get some stuff up though. It's just sort of just nothing bad. You know, I'm not like waiting for people to do for this album. But if there's no sort of funds, then you can't sort of get the ball rolling sort of quick enough. So I'm just it'll be out as soon as I've got it, the album. It'll be out the next day. I'll just pop it straight online. I'm not going to do any sort of promoting or anything like that. I just want it gone now because I've got other stuff written and I want to start recording. So
you want to put out. Well, I tell you what, you should get some funds because Lewis Hamilton wears his cap. He's always got to be seen with that cap, and he gets paid $1 million. Next time I speak to Bar Silo, I'm going to say you need to be paid. Look.
There you go.
I mean, that is product placement for the whole interview right there, and this is going to be viral over YouTube before you know it.
Yeah.
I'm just hiding my JJ's tattoo on my forehead. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And JJ's bar. That's where I get my money from.
Yeah, JJ can't speak highly enough of you though, could he? The other night when we were chatting to him,
well, he's
lovely guy.
Oh, he's lovely, and JJ.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah.
He is a nice guy. We had him on for a whole show. He was in the studio and he really enjoyed himself. Well, I think he did. He seemed to enjoy himself.
Yeah. No, he's had a good response. Apparently, all his mates have said it looked great and sounded great. So, that's a good look.
Just to recap, Ashley, you are in JJ's in Liskeard on Friday the 3rd of March.
That's right.
You are in JJ's in Lou on Saturday the 4th of March. This is the solo gigs. Is there anything specifically you want to say about anything else or anywhere else you're playing with your bands whilst we're going to shoot off in a couple of minutes, and give yourself a good push to get some? And when are you down at Bar Silo, seeing as they should be sponsoring you?
I'm not at Bar Silo this year. We sort of couldn't match dates up. Every time I went to Bar Silo with some dates, they would say, oh well, what about this date? And then it just didn't match up this year. But it might be a last minute thing in it. But I hopefully can just go there anyway because it's a cracking venue. But apart from that, I don't really know. I update my social media and stuff, so if I'll put some listings there, I don't really know what to
what we'll do is we follow you follow us. What we'll have to do is get on board with the other bands and the duo as well, and of course anywhere you're local in East Cornwall, you'll end up in our Cornish Times gig guide, which we put online as well anyway. So you'll be in there. Brilliant. And I will definitely be up next Friday.
Nice one. It'd be good to see you again.
But don't go nervous when you see us come in because you know us.
I'll just try and think. What have you got? Any requests? I'll learn some songs. If you send me some songs, I'll learn a couple of tunes.
500 miles.
I don't know it. I don't know. Never heard it.
I could think of it.
I've got a good one.
1,000,001.
Avril 14th by Aphex Twin.
I tell you what would be an absolutely great one. My wife's probably at home going, "Oh, shut up, Neil." Better Than Them by New Model Army, or 51st State by New Model Army.
Okay, New Model Army.
Yeah, look at Better Than Them, which is off of No Rest for the Wicked, and 51st State is off the Ghost of Cain. But they're both acoustic guitar songs anyway.
All right. I tell you what, I have got something coming up that, if you don't mind me saying,
no, go on.
On St. Parents' Day, so Sunday the 5th of March, there's a duel going on it's called Shanty Sunday in the Red Lion in Newquay.
Okay.
And they're raising money for the Cornwall Youth Choir so they can go to Hull. So there's going to be shanty groups. There's going to be there's a female shanty group called the Clams. So they're just getting going in Newquay. There'll be the Newquay Rowing Club singers. Still Dizzy will be playing. There's loads going on, and it's just to raise money to send these kids for this big choir competition.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Cool. Yeah. So it kicks off 3:00
on the 5th at St. Piran's Day. We're going down. Good friend of mine, Ian. He sings in a male voice choir called the Dreckley Boys, and they're doing a similar thing. So
I've seen them. I think I saw them at the Preston Gate in Bude.
Big rugby man as well, Ian. I mean, But
I might have seen them there. Yeah,
they're looking at doing a little spin on their thing by doing sort of like rock covers in a male voice.
Because I have actually legitimately got a couple of suggestions there, right? One of them, I'm trying to remember the name of it. I think it's Woman Trouble by Robbie Craig and the Artful Dodger. Or the one he did with Craig David, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday one.
Oh, Craig David.
7 days.
7 days.
Now, I mean, a lot of people might, go, oh, I don't know.
Love Craig David.
Again, the guitar work on them tunes, man. Shout out to Mark. Down in Truro, our boy.
I remember trying to learn that 7 days.
Oh, honestly, you should check him out on Facebook, man. Seriously, you check out his Facebook. He'll just get up a camera and just set off a beat in the background, just sit with his guitar and just play classical guitar sickness over the top of garage.
Yeah, he's a good player. He is. I've seen him on his Instagram and stuff, and he is a really good player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's fair. We should get him on the show sometime. In fact, we should maybe you guys should hook up and have a little jam session. Right?
Well, I'm going to come up on Friday, and then if I shout out 51st State New Model Army, and you go bugger off, Neil, I haven't learnt it, but you can have Wonderwall instead because I'm the.
So I've got it written down here. I've got it. If I can do it, I'll do it. I promise.
Brilliant. Right. Thank you so much, Ashley. Thank you so much for joining us.
And thanks for everything you do for everyone. All these unsigned people like me and
Oh, no
whatever
worries,
all that. And I really appreciate it. It's been fun. Anytime you want to do this again, I'll be more than happy.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's absolutely like
And
our
you know
pleasure.
what? It's two-way street, Ashley, because without you doing it, we've got nothing to present.
Yeah, exactly.
So it works absolutely both ways. But thank you so much for saying that. It means a lot, 'cause we are
it's-
trying, aren't we?
Yeah. And we can catch up with you on Facebook and Instagram and such. Yep. So
That's right. Yeah.
Got your Facebook up on the screen there, just for anyone that wants to check out. Facebook.com/Ashley James Harding.
Brilliant.
And the Instagram's the same, at Ashley James Harding. So I haven't done TikTok and all that. I don't know if I will.
It gets too much after a while. Just a couple of key ones I find is
as soon
really the way, isn't it?
as soon as you're older than 8, you can't fathom how TikTok works. But I tell you what, we're gonna play out on a funky one as well. So we'll say goodbye to Ash, and we're gonna have "Get Up" by James Brown.
Oh yeah.
Come on, cheers, Ashley.
Thanks, man.
Cheers, thanks,
Catch you later.
guys.
Cheers.
See you later. Thank you.
James, he's gone like a sex machine.
Yeah.
What? Oh, I tell you what, Ashley Harding, what a bloke! What a
Fantastic,
lovely man.
Yeah.
He's
Brilliant.
super talented
Thank you
as
so much
well.
for coming on.
If you're not
Really
up,
good.
if you're not up at JJ's or in Liskeard on Friday the 3rd, then more
You're gonna
for
be
you.
missing out. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
He's-
really
we've
good.
seen him. He's brilliant.
Yep, and of course Lou on the 4th. So good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, double bonus weekend right there.
What time is it, Leo? It's a later than. Should we? I tell you what. We did this last time. We'll do Tipple of the week, and then we'll do the quiz, because Andrea set us a quiz, and she said this week it's a hard quiz.
Excellent.
But we're always better at the quiz after a Tipple. aren't we?
No, your perception is that we're always better.
Right.
That's a perception versus reality thing right there.
Okay, so we just think we're better at the Tipple. And this week it's not Tipple of the week, it's Tipple de la Semaine.
Yes.
Because coming at us from France is this bad boy, which is a World Beer Award winner, Brasserie de Mont Blanc La Blanche. It has got, I think that they're thinking maybe that this isn't for English export. The French maybe like have half a bottle and put the stopper in. As soon as it comes over to England, they're like, no, we're going to need 3 bottles. But I do a collection in Perranporth when
you know
I'm
what
at
that's
work.
actually for?
Go on.
So you're driving along in your Citroen.
Oh, you
in
don't
your
spill it.
Citroen Dolly, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you go around the corner.
TCV6. No, you're going through the old rural parts of Provence.
Yeah.
In your 2CV6
Go on.
with no suspension.
I'm there.
Over all the hills and bumps, and you've just finished this thing.
Yeah.
And you're like,
right.
So you fill it up, pop it on.
Oh.
Don't spill it.
Hey,
Yeah,
maybe
you
that's
go.
what it is for. I'm going to Google
That
that.
is obviously what it's for. Like any other suggestion is clearly nonsense. That's clearly
but
the intended purpose for.
I was going to say I do a collection 2 or 3 times a week for Al and Alice. Big hi to Al and Alice down in Perranporth who bottle and package up tincture gin,
Yes.
Penzance, and they've just been skiing. They've been away for about 3 or 4 weeks skiing. They're avid skiers, and I went to do a collection the other day, and they said, "Look, we've brought you back a beer for your Tipple of the week."
Beautiful, thank you very much.
And Alice, bless her, came hobbling out of the house because, right, they've been away and they've skied for 3 or 4 weeks without any problems whatsoever. On the last but one day, she falls off the ski lift and breaks her pelvis, hairline fracture in her pelvis. So not skiing, literally falling off the lift.
No, look, honestly, the ski. Many people that are out there that have been in skiing at any point will agree on this. The ski lifts are often the single most dangerous part of your entire ski trip, and I've had it where I was in Lake Tahoe, Heavenly, and one of the guys who were with. Honestly, we were going to sit down, and he sat down literally just like a foot in front of it, smashed him on the head, and for some reason he did like a forward flip to go with that and tangled himself in the damn thing. Got dragged like a good 20 foot before they stopped it. And he's sort of hanging upside down.
It's actually quite funny though, but not.
This is
in hindsight, obviously.
Again, like when you're in the group, it's that moment when you're in the group and you're the only one laughing hysterically, and everyone else is like, "Oh my god, it's all 911," and I'm just like, "Oh wait, actually no, that does look kind of painful."
Well, that wasn't the bit though, Leo. That wasn't the bit that peed them off the most on their ski trip, because apparently, you know, is anybody out there familiar with Strava, which is like if you're cycling or you're running, it'll plot where you've gone, how far you've been. So they've got these very competitive friends that have skied, because you go up the lift. I don't ski, but you go up the lift and then you ski down, and they wanted to do 50 miles in a day, and the ski run that they were doing was 4 miles roughly.
Right.
And their friends had done 50 miles in a day, and they're the most competitive people that they know. So they got up to 46. This is genuine story. Alan Alice got up to 46.1 and thought, if we go up to the top and we ski down again, we've done 50.1 miles. Wait till we post that. They'll be so pissed, And Alan's phone battery died. So all they could post was that they'd done 46.1 miles, but they actually did 50.1, but with no proof whatsoever.
There you go. That's preemptive karma right there.
But let's see how it opens. Does it go off like the Matterhorn, or will it be a bit like a damp snail soup?
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't come up with anything quicker.
Or like a soggy Ben Nevis.
Yes.
Okay, let's give it a little look.
Soggy Ben Nevis. That doesn't sound
Soggy
so here we go.
Ben
This is an award-winning lager from France.
There we go. Ooh, it's a little squeaky, isn't it? A little squeaky. Not too lively. There's a little bit of nose on that straight away. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, there you got a little bit of the musique française. Yeah, okay, that's appropriate. Cool. Okay, so this is a Weiss beer, I'm going to say, and it says here le branche, froment, coriandre, et écorce d'orange. So coriander and orange.
Ici dans les branches, c'est coriander, c'est orange. So basically, it's a white beer with coriander and orange. Brilliant.
Yeah, overtones of coriander and orange. As you can see, my friend, c'est très bon.
La chanson d'amour. Mais oui, mais oui.
Yeah.
Vraiment.
Ah, j'avais un gâteau de frère noir dans ma pantalon.
La plume de ma tante dans le bureau de mon oncle.
And as you can see, it's got the sort of cloudiness you would expect from a Weiss beer.
It has. I'm going to pop that up there.
Yeah, it's definitely chin chin.
Oh, that is quite nosy.
Yeah. Definitely got a bitter.
It has.
Bitter orange.
It's got a bit of a homebrew smell for me. Do you know what I mean? That sort of gaseous, volcanic overtone. Unless I'm talking bollocks, which I very well might be.
It's a bit peaty, earthy.
Don't start. It's quite nice though.
Yep, it's.
I think it's the French music in the background.
Yeah, it helps it go down. Yeah. I feel like I could be in a boutique or a boulangerie right now.
Well, you won't for long, Leo, because
lightly sparkling. Actually, you know what? It has a hint of a Hefeweiss taste to it. It's a little banana-y, I'd say, even.
Well,
a little banana-y.
What you might be thinking in a minute is that you're not in that cafe, and while we finish sipping it, the cafe's been taken over by a classic French band. So while we enjoy this, you lot out there enjoy this. Sorry, Dawn has come into the chat room. Dawn, we can't have any of Ashley's songs, unfortunately, because he doesn't have any of his own songs on any platform at the moment.
Yeah, as we were highlighting about getting an album.
And Dawn Lee's told me to shut up.
Yeah. No, check out his Facebook. As we had earlier. What was it? It was facebook.com/Ashley James Harding. He does have a few videos up there of like little performances and little like things that he's captured.
Yes.
But
he's waiting to do his album, isn't he? But of course,
so
Dawn, shame that you're not in the country. You could have come up to the pub next Friday and you can actually hear all of his songs. Yeah. Well, actually, he's going to do covers, but you can hear him play.
Well, you never know. We may well be down there to stream it at some point.
Maybe we'll have to fly Dawn in.
Well, I mean, she could check it out on Phluid Vision Live.
Siege is in. He's going to shoot me if I don't play our new song as well. But we're going to do a quiz.
Yeah.
Now, Andrea set this quiz, my good lady wife, and she said it's difficult this week. It's difficult every bloody week. I don't know why she specifically told us it's difficult this week.
Well, if it's maybe she means more difficult, which for us means impossible.
I might read a. Can I read a quiz?
Yeah,
I haven't read a quiz for a while.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I'm gonna read a quiz. It's not even multiple choice, so we will. I can't even do the because you made me shoot the.
Well, actually,
again.
no, you got him back.
No, I pushed him off the parapet. He's a goner. Ooh. Oh! This is blimey. The How Young Are You quiz. So I'm taking it this is going to be things that you may or may not remember. People at home listening or watching or listening again as from tomorrow, if you want to take part in the quiz, you will need a pencil or a pen and you will need a piece of paper, and we've got 8 questions. Leo, do you have a pencil or a pen or a piece of paper? If not, I can provide you with cet accoutrement. We call French. Have you got one?
J'avais le stylo.
C'est parfait. Ah, d'accord. Nous commençons. So, here we go. Siege's a bit loud, isn't he?
Yeah, well, yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
sorry, Siege. He's in the chat room, and there we are.
Yeah, well, because we finally got the new chat music.
We have, Siege. Yes, we finally got your new music.
Yes, indeed. This is Blue Flame in the background.
So everybody play at home. Oh, Siege, the most famous Belgian.
Yeah, it's Jean-Claude Van Damme, the Muscles from Brussels.
Oh, he was the Muscles from Brussels, wasn't he? Right, Siege can play along. Right, Dawn Lee can play along on the quiz. Siege can play along on the quiz. Who else is in there? Johnny Teardrop can play along on the quiz.
Yep.
Here we go. Are we ready?
Yes.
Question numéro 1. Question number 1. Who is the druid in the Asterix books?
French or English?
Oh, crikey, I don't know. What, writing it in French or English, you mean?
His name's
well, Chris's surname is Guillaume. He's from French stock anyway, so he might get that on the French side. I don't even know. I've never asterisk the Gaul or something, wasn't it? Okay. Number 2. Sculptures of which animal lie at the base of Nelson's column? Sculptures of which animals lie at the base of Nelson's column? Question.
I hear Monty spends a lot of time at the base of Nelson's column.
Question number 3. Oh, what is the name of the lion in The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe? I know that one as well. I'm on a roll. Question number 4. Who has written the prize-winning book The Day I Swapped My Dad for 2 Goldfish? Do you know the prize winner, but The Day I Swapped My Dad for 2 Goldfish? I think I am going to put
I'm going to
that
have to agree
in.
with that, yeah.
I'm going to guess at
unfortunately,
that.
because
is that what you're thinking? Oh,
yeah, because these days they tend to have it upside down. They award people with literary awards for absolute garbage. So that's just my personal opinion. If it's that person,
that's not true.
Yeah, exactly. Prove me wrong, literary board.
Question number 5. What is the name of the wizard at the court of King Arthur? Oh, I think I'm doing all right. Question number 6. What is the name of the recreated theatre from Shakespeare's time in London? So what's the name of the recreated theatre from Shakespeare's time in London? I'm thinking that. Oh, yeah, you've put that as well.
What was the name of its sister theatre?
Oh, I don't know. Is that a bonus? Question number 7. In a nursery rhyme, how much are the bells of St. Martin's owned? They are owned that amount of money. And Andrea's also put in brackets, not St. Martin's in Liskeard. The bells need removing from St. Martin's in Liskeard. Take it from me. But I think it's that amount of money because it rhymes with Martin's almost. It's a part rhyme. And the last question, number 8. Who created Tracy Beaker? I know this. Awful woman. Allegedly, if she's listening, or her solicitors are. I know. I've got it. I've got it. Do you know what? Apart from question 1, I don't think I've done too badly there. Right, hopefully Dawn, Siege and Johnny have done okay. Whilst we cogitate and think upon our answers,
I'm going to have to think about our last one.
I am going to play a tune. We've just released this this morning, and Siege is in the chat room, so he's listening, because Siege obviously plays guitar with My Painted Smile as well as writing his own music. This is My Painted Smile, which is the band in which I drum. I get tired of hearing myself say it's my band, because it isn't my band, it's just the band in which I play the drums. So this is our latest single. It's called Rack 'Em Up. It's a song about beer and good times and beer.
Yep.
And busting out the surfboards and going to the beach and beer and basically just hanging around having a good time and having a beer. And my best friend Paul Squance up in Cotswolds, he has this saying: when you go and you get to his house, he just opens the fridge and his first thing is rack 'em up. Get the beers out and rack 'em up, and then you rack 'em up and you knock 'em down. So Squancy will be listening on again. He doesn't listen on the night, but he always listens again. So Squancy, if you're listening, your song's finally made it out as a single. He's already messaged me today saying love the new single. Chris is listening here, hopefully sees, and I'm not saying this just because it's in the band, but the guitar work in this song, I don't know how he does it. He has just enough wah-wah that it sounds brilliant, and this is one of my favourite lead breaks. It's great. So here you go. Excellent. My Painted Smile, Rack 'Em Up, and then we'll come back with some answers.
Awesome.
Man, live my life the best I can. I guess that's just the way I am. I think of you, I miss you. See you in the summertime. Well, perhaps some other time. We'll sit and drink a beer or two. I think of you, I miss you. And knock them down. Rack 'em up, rack 'em up, rack 'em up and knock them down. Summer's here, it's time to play. Grab boards and catch some waves. Stupid dog won't save the world, at least not today, oh hey, hey. Sit and listen to the sea. Glass blast, it's you and me. Somebody told me sobriety is overrated anyway. Hey, hey, hey. Rack 'em up, rack 'em up, rack 'em up and knock them down. Rack 'em up, rack 'em up, rack 'em up and knock them down. All the things we'll never do, I don't mind how I feel blue, 'cause I know that if I'm with you then we'll all be laughing. And I hear it through the swell that they're serving beer in hell. Then I tell you, old friend, we should all stop packing.
Yes.
Rack 'Em Up.
That was a banging tune
My
right there,
Painted
wasn't it?
Smile. I enjoy that. That is
Fantastic.
if I say so myself, I do like that. I think that's my favourite of our band's songs.
Sorry, I was to say I really like the mix on that as well. And
Chris
that
mixes it all.
Wah is lovely on that guitar.
He's got some good control on that wah, and Chris mixes it all as well.
Yes.
Brilliant. Hats off to Chris because he's brilliant. He just does it in his little home studio.
Always top quality.
Yeah. And we do all that remotely as well because we get together so seldom. We have to kind of post bits and pieces between us, and then Chris has to tie it all together.
We've been saying it like increasingly is that sort of way these days, just in general across the industry.
Yeah.
You know?
Good fun though.
Yeah.
Now we've got some answers to these questions, and I am feeling, Leo, buoyed.
Do you feel lucky?
I do feel lucky. Now, did Andrea write down 6 questions or only 5?
0 down.
8 actually. So I'm feeling,
questions.
apart from the
Hail
first,
to the king, baby.
apart from the first question,
Yeah.
I'm feeling quite encouraged by my answers.
Yeah.
I probably now have them all hopelessly wrong and wish I'd never said anything. But
I think I'm moderately confident we've
okay.
released this one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, don't forget Andrea's coming in next week. She's our special guest. We've got another Mrs. Wal of Paine show.
Yes.
And she's going to do a quiz, I think, based on you and me.
Well, that's going to be short.
Yeah. What is your name? Maybe this could be our classic
maybe
What is
we
your
could
name
actually
multiple
get it
choice.
this
And
time,
I'll go,
yeah.
Leo. Shit, I've written Leo and you've written Neil.
I guarantee you we are going to get every single one of them wrong.
Oh, no. It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Terrible. I said that we should do a quiz on Andrea, and she said no, because I don't like doing quizzes. Awesome. Thanks for the play, guys.
There.
Siege, absolutely welcome. And Siege is on now because he's on in the background
Yes,
as well.
he is indeed.
He's constantly on the show. He's going to be played at our festival we're organising as well. You're going to put a bit of Siege over the set for our Coronation Festival, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely.
So we'll get him out there as well down in Cornwall. He'll be played live on the set.
Yeah.
Right.
Left. Back to the front.
Who is the druid in the Asterisk books? Leo.
Right, French or English?
English.
Get a fix in the English.
Oh my God, it is.
And panoramics in the French.
But it's Get a Fix 11 or Get a Fix the second. There's 2 I's there, but you can have a point for Get a Fix.
Yep.
I've got 0 fix.
Yeah. What did you put? What did you put?
I put nothing, so I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
Right.
Or
okay.
Now I've got a bracket. I've got a parenthesis message after this next one.
Yeah.
Sculptures of which animals lie at the base of Nelson's column, and the answer is lions, which I've got. And in brackets it says, "Well done, Wal. You remembered." Because do you remember when JJ was on? I was saying that Andrea, myself, and Steve and Alison used to be Team NASA in our local school quiz.
Yeah.
And they showed us an image of a famous landmark, and we all said it was in Vienna or it was in, and we got it completely wrong.
Yeah.
And then they said it's Nelson's column. And that's when I said to JJ, maybe we were pissed. And he said, yeah, but did the bloke say, round 1, question 1?
Yeah, exactly.
We hadn't even had a drink. So yes, I did remember, and I got that right. Number 3 as well, the lion in the Lion Witch of the Wardrobe is called?
Aslan.
It is Aslan. I've got that as well.
Yeah.
Question number...
Yeah.
Question number 5, shall we move on to? Because I got 4 wrong. Question number 4, who has written the prize-winning book, The Day I Swapped My Dad for 2 Goldfish? I put...
David Rosen.
I put David Williams.
David Williams I put as well, but now I'm thinking Michael Rosen.
It's Neil Gaiman.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Okay, not heard of him.
Well, he wrote... he did one thing that was of any note, really. Good Omens, which was co-wrote with Terry Pratchett.
Oh, yeah.
And they recently turned that in. Yeah, well, it's not part of Discworld. It was a separate thing that they did, and that became, I think, a Netflix series. Oh my God, was that awful. Absolutely awful. Sandman, the series of that as well, absolute garbage.
Was
Unfortunately, Neil Gaiman's just gone completely off-piste, man.
Oh, I was going to say, because the book sounds quite good. I was thinking I might look that up.
Good Omens is worth reading, actually.
No, the goldfish
check it out. I mean, maybe it was pre-Wokershed.
Oh, okay. Right, so, question number 5. What's the name of the wizard in the Court of King Arthur?
Merlin is, we know him, but he does also have a... Welsh name. I can't remember at this time.
Merlin.
Yeah.
That's his Welsh name.
Merlin.
His name is the Nowthens Merlin.
It's something like
Gethan.
No, like
David.
You got like Taliesin and Arthur, which Taliesin is Arthur's father, the Pendragons.
Was he the only wizard in the village?
Utruth or something like that. I think
Well, you can't have a point for that. You can have a point for Merlin, Leo,
Yeah.
or none at all.
Yeah, well, Merlin is what commonly.
Okay. So, question number 6. You bloody Welsh wizards. What's the name of the...
wizard? What wizard, Harry?
What's the name of the recreated theatre from Shakespeare's time in London?
The Globe.
It is the Globe.
And for the bonus point, what was it? Sister Theatre?
Oh, I don't know.
That wasn't rebuilt. The Rose.
Oh, okay.
The Rose Theatre. There's 2 of them. The next one. Number 7.
In the nursery rhyme. In the nursery rhyme, how much are the bells of St Martin's owed? You owe me 2 farthings.
Oh, I said 3 farthings.
No, it's bloody 5.
Oh, damn.
But we got it.
Well,
we
it's
got
farthings anyway.
So can we have half a point, Andrea? For I'm going to have half a point for farthings.
Yeah.
Okay. You owe me 2 farthings. I thought. What is a farthing? How much is a farthing? About a penny?
No. So you had a penny, halfpenny, farthing was a quarter.
Oh, a quarter of a pence.
Yeah, a quarter of a pence. Yeah.
So the bells of St Martin's owed them 2.5p.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know what as well.
Is that that's back in shilling time?
Yes, yeah. And Brian May used to use a 6p for playing the guitar. I used to use a farthing.
Now a sixpence is 2.5p in modern money, I think. So
Yes.
that's 5 farthings is a 6p. Oh, that would make sense.
Yes.
So they'd owe him a 6p, but it doesn't rhyme with St Martin's.
Yeah.
The church would have to be called St Pixments or something.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Got
Saint
it.
Pickman.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. And the last question was, who created Tracy Beaker?
Jackie something.
Jacqueline Wilson.
Oh, that was it.
Yes,
yeah,
and I got that
Jackie
one
Smith.
right because maybe she should have all her words changed as well as Roald Dahl. Oh, because of that woke thing that's kicking off now that I sent you that Martin forwarded. They're trying to rewrite Roald Dahl books because the woke people think that Roald Dahl books shouldn't be read by children anymore.
Well, again, it brings me to this
maybe
point.
the BFG.
Do you remember what I said? What dawned on me earlier when I was watching something? I was thinking, hold on a second. So all these woke folk, right? And a lot of them are in our age brackets.
Yeah.
So you people all bad people? Because I grew up with that stuff
Yeah,
around us.
I'm a
Neil grew
terrible
up with that
person.
stuff around him. A lot of the people we know and we associate with, they grew up with all that stuff around them. None of them are bad people.
No.
None of them have picked up any sort of undesirable, like, social habits like that. So what does it say about these people screaming out about it?
Well, it basically says they know nothing about history, they know nothing about culture, and they want to inflict their narrow-minded idiocy
it can only
on
be
the
two
modern
things.
world.
It can only be 2 things. Either they hate themselves,
Yeah,
because that's what they've grown up with,
yeah.
or they have absolutely no understanding of the world around them, you know?
Both.
Yeah.
They were bullied at school. See, the big
Yeah,
friendly
probably.
giant now, because big is sizest, so he
Yep.
wouldn't be able to be called the BFG.
Yep.
So he'd have to be called the non-discrepant, maybe, because that's like because you can't.
What would the big friendly giant be?
And can he be friendly? Makes him sound rather sinister
he
and
would-
predatory.
plus size.
Oh
So-
no, plus size is still body shaming.
No. That's body affirming plus size.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's plus size.
It's the plus size.
And
We
they
can't-
say friendly can be taken as a microaggression because approaching people with a friendly demeanour can be like regarded as, oh my god, he's
But
gonna
also,
attack
you
me.
can be over friendly, as in Operation U Tree. We don't want any of that nonsense going on. So maybe he's basically just
plus size.
void of emotion.
Yep.
And you can't be a giant because again that's body shaming. So you
Plus
have
size, emotionally void.
fictional creature. There you go. Which is really the thing is, I can't understand why Dahl didn't go with that as a title because it is so snappy.
Yeah, exactly.
So when he introduces himself to the little girl, he'd say, "I'm the PSVOE." LFB, and she'd go, "What's that? You look like a big friendly giant to me."
So does that mean
What's a load
can we now ban Willy Wonka then for like being a story about a middle-aged dude with an unhealthy obsession with a young child?
I've just got to say, Leo, what an absolute load of
Yeah.
because it is just
Well,
absolute.
Hey,
And
last track on the machine.
oh, hang
Last
on,
track
is
on the
it?
machine. I think
it?
it is. I think it is. Hopefully.
The last track,
Yeah,
which makes it 27.
I think so. Is that the one?
It is.
Fucking bullshit! 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 Son of a bitch! Yes! Bullshit, Hogan!
There you go. Yeah, see? I got something for every occasion on that fella over there.
That is brilliant. Yeah, so Andrew's quite right. I agree with Jacqueline Wilson. I think her books shouldn't be rewritten. They should just have never been written.
I watched Laurel and Hardy. Sons of the Desert.
Probably can't watch that anymore. One of them's fat, isn't they?
No, it was funny. It was edited. There were several moments in it where there was really obvious edits, like just outside their front door at the beginning, where Ollie clearly said something about like the woman being the boss of him, and they just cut that bit out.
Unbelievable.
This is like, honestly, what was it Orwell said? And all of the books shall be rewritten, all of the paintings redrawn.
Read that email that I've sent you from my friend Martin, because I was just reading it. I thought, you've got to read that. Right, Johnny Teardrop's been in the chat room all evening. We're going to play Johnny Teardrop.
Some more new music, yes, from the Teardrop phase. And I'm not sure if it's clocked to them, but hey, it's me, John. Used to be in the Paper Jane Babies way back with Pete Benici and Rob and Sarah Jane. Massive shout out to that whole band. And so I've been keeping track of their musical output for all this time. I believe they have Molehill Studios, and they produce a lot of stuff again in their own studio. And they've got a new single coming out this Saturday, I believe it is, which will be available on their Bandcamp and YouTube.
Perfect.
So I thought it was an ideal opportunity to play something by them on the lead up to that. What have you got there?
Dawn Lee has asked what we scored.
We got 7. Well, I got 7. You got 8.
No, I
you
didn't.
got 7.
No, I got 6.
Oh, 6. Okay,
Because
I got 7.
Because I didn't get an answer to the first one at all, did I?
Yeah, good point. Actually,
because I didn't know anything about Asterisk, the ghoul, but I got Lions Aslan, Merlin and Globe, and Jacqueline Wilson, which was 5.
Yeah.
And I gave myself Dawn. If this is it's not Dawn's quiz, so it'll have to be Dawn. I gave myself a half for getting the word farthing.
Yeah.
So I actually scored, Dawn, thank you for asking, 5.5. And she said you got 7, right? No, I didn't, Dawn.
No.
I got 5.5. 5.5 out of 8, though.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's what, in the percentage, that's about 65%?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
that's not bad. That's a B. I mean, that's a strong B at exam level.
B, yeah.
It might even be a B plus or an A minus.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that to the bank, considering I know nothing about Asterisk.
Excellent.
The gallbladder.
Well, what is top score and A plus is this tune, which is going to be from the Teardrop Phase. This is Cells. I think this is possibly one of their more recent ones, but like I say, they've got a new single coming up on Saturday,
and we're playing the video as well. Not only the
we're hopefully gonna have a bit of video go with that as well. So fingers crossed this will work once more, and this here will be the Teardrop Phase with Cells.
Nice. Is that the input or the lead?
first who blessed the county, on my second bounty, third to set the bar, fourth the rest of her. In the fifth dimension, made a split decision, giving us 6 inches at the seventh downing. Nah, I'm just playing. All we did was little exercises, but she got a man, she in jeopardy. She tryna question me like I'm who's next to try it. Had to step aside like, you play with my money, I play with your feelings. There's no more shit you can say about it. My only advice is stop acting like children. This ain't a game, you can't play at it. But stick to the script or get played at it. Now knowing your role like you stage fright it. And if I don't like you, I'm coming up top. I pull up and come make a fade at it. The rip is so ill, I had to chill, sweat this fever off. The shouting named Heather, I call her Corella, cause she is the best, how she stream my dogs. Yo, they ain't know me, don't get me involved. But I'm in the shadows, never see me lurking. Like Joe from you, or leaving so confused. Like what I'm supposed to do, you never see me like, fuck alcohol, dog, that shit is worthless. But it helps me when I spit these verses. You can bet on me like I'm Troy from high school. But if you lose, there's no reimbursement. I have no filter, but I'm picture perfect. I mumped them up by using this detergent. I've been that guy, nigga, I'm so high I had to pray to God to let me hit the surface. Encore, slim and split the curtains. I'm a different person, smoking slips and hearses. I tried to drive a nigga shift and swerve and miss the fence and curb. I like an inch, I'm certain. My defense is working like 9 to 5, but life is hard if you get occurrence. I flip the sand and start over again. I like to rewind time, I'm like the Prince of Persia, but I'm Dax the Ripper. I invented murder. Watch me shred these rats called the Ninja Turtles. Impregnate beats when I come on tracks because I go in raw and never been so fertile. Dark brown leaf, green mixed with purple. Feel like Donatello when I'm with my circle. I tried to tell her no strings attached, but she spawned a cello and started playing perfect. I took the green and I got lucky when I made it flip. That's a pot of gold. A last man said adios. She a black widow, but a Scarlet Joe. More like Wonder Woman, she a Gal Gadot. But her last name I can't pronounce it though. I was in love, but after I fucked was the first one that was getting out the door. She a lot of so I went back to back and like my album notes. She like calicos from the Alamo. She know that's a fact. If I'm bout it, yo, I am not opposed. Do it for the culture. Quality control you, but we never wanna see you seeing pain. It's not a mistake. Let's do this for take. We about to bring something new again. I got a rocket for take. Now I got a rocket for take. Rest in peace to the little homie. Now I got a rocket for take. I got a rocket for take. Now I got a rocket for take. After I listen to Brody, I call my mama that day. Mom, hey.
Marco.
Take. Take.
Yeah,
that's a new fella. Yep, that's a new, again, an independent guy there. He's called Dax the Ripper.
Dax the Ripper,
just came across him the other day on, I don't know, introducing on Spotify, and I thought...
Is it Dax the Ripper or Dax the Ripper?
Dax the Ripper. He's only got 2 or 3 songs out, and that's his latest single, but I just that's quite a nice, catchy little vibe.
Yeah.
I've just, C just put, look, thinks he may have got 2.
Yep.
Just to let everybody out there know. Apparently, that was a kids' quiz.
It does. Like I just said, did they go through the Trivial Pursuits and go to the yellow box for the kids and come out with those ones?
See, if I'm playing Triv, I like to go art and lit.
Yeah.
I think it's a Trivial Pursuit, isn't it? It's literally you go for like a lot of people go for entertainment, so they think it's going to be easy, and then you'll get something about Emmerdale Farm or something. You think, well, if you've never seen Emmerdale Farm or whatever, you're not going to clue, are you?
Again, it is like old Christmas pastime in my family.
It was a good quiz though. I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
that was my kind of quiz because I got a B+.
Yeah, but my family are big on Trivial Pursuit. Every Christmas they drag it out, and they'd be like, "God, how do you expect to get anywhere in the world if you can't answer these questions?" I'm like, hold the box up. You just see the title, Trivial Pursuit. Like, these are trivial questions. There's no need for me to understand.
Good fun though, isn't it? I like a quiz. I like a quizzy question.
You know what I miss is the old Trivial Pursuits they did on CD and VHS. Do you remember where you'd play a bit of the CD and then answer a question, or play a bit of VHS and answer the question?
I think we've got it at home somewhere for the Wii.
Yeah.
Trivial Pursuit for the Wii. We've also got the Harry Potter one as well, but I can't play with anybody with that because
everyone hates J.K. Rowling now, so they've burnt all their copies of it. I've burnt all of my copies of J.K. Rowling anything.
Oh, good grief! Woke brigade. I can't be.
Trust me, mate. That woke stick is just worn thin, man. That woke stick has become a woke twig, a woke toothpick. From how much beating it has been deliberating.
Absolutely awful.
Yeah.
Right. Well, again, we come to the end of a show, guys. We're not going to go out on a woke fest.
Dude, like you say that, like I guarantee you,
I'll go away this weekend. For saying something. I don't know.
I'll go away this weekend, and I'll come back on Monday, having seen an advert for "Come to the Arizona Desert for Woke Fest." It'll be a thing.
We should do We should do the next time JJ says, can you organise, because we're organising the Coronation Festival, we should call it Woke Fest, right? And you can't have anything to drink.
Yeah,
you
and there's music's not too loud.
Oh, yeah, no, the music's not too loud. And the first person to request turning it down, absolutely we turn it down.
Yep.
You can have a glass of water. We can't have any...
Or soy-based alternative milk drink.
Soy-based alternative milk drink. Yeah, that would be good. Obviously, we'll have to have a vegan barbecue.
We could serve bacon and no-foo.
You know when you meet somebody, how can you tell if they're a vegan?
We've got to be careful how I answer this question.
Because they tell you every 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking you could have a sign at the door, because, like how you usually get signs at the door, say, over 18s and stuff like that. It's like, leave your microaggressions at the door.
Oh, my good grief. Last week, you were in London. The week before, we had Jules Denby on the show, didn't we? And we were talking about all things Jules and whatever, and we were talking about New Model Army as we were. And I said, I've been banned from playing New Model Army because all I would do, and Andrea says, you can't keep playing New Model Army. But... Rob Heaton is my ultimate drum hero. He to me was the best drummer that's ever been, and Jules actually said he was the drummer of his generation. In her mind as well, he was the best drummer of his generation. So we are going to play out tonight. So Andrea, feel free now to switch off, and you can go to bed if you don't want to hear it. Yeah. But we're going to end with a New Model Army track off their 1985 album. No Rest for the Wicked, called The Attack, purely because it's absolutely phenomenal, and Rob Heaton is just an outstanding drummer. So that's all I'm going to say. Excellent. And then I promise I won't play New Model Army again for another 33 weeks. I've got to have them at least once or twice a year, haven't I?
I suppose so.
And I've even got a New Model Army t-shirt on under this one, but I'm not even flying the flag, so I could have gone double denim with the song and
the old Texas tuxedo.
So I'm apart from that, I'd like to say that we've had a fantastic time. Thank you again to Ashley. Thank you to everybody for listening.
Don't forget
and jumping
Ashley.
in. And I'm going to say I'll stop talking, Leo, and you can see the show out, and then I'll push the New Model Army button.
Yeah, well, don't forget, this Friday at JJ's, you got Flexi Friday. Flex is back in the house with that. Then next week you got Ashley Harding on Friday. And then coming up on March the 10th, you have Illumination from Well Waver, which will be our first big event of the Wild Weekends. We're going down there. Yep. And then on the Saturday,
Foghorns.
Saturday the 11th, you'll have Joe Chown as well. He's going to be there on that Saturday, and we'll be streaming both of them on Phluid Vision Live. Big gigs right there. It's the Wild Weekend, and it's going to be the Get Well Hannah weekend. Because we will be collecting for the Pink Ribbon Foundation fundraiser for Hannah Leach from Lady Noir. And don't forget, we are still sharing all of her Hair Today Gone Tomorrow journal as she gets herself ready for chemo. They've just, this week, I think they've started their healthcare plan. They're putting the chemo off a little bit, doing a little bit of rearrangement, but she's doing video blogs. We're sharing them as fast as we can keep up with them. Don't forget to check out her Just Giving page. If you go to fluidrecords.co.uk, you'll find all of the details on that there. But do come along to that Wild Weekend, 10th and 11th of March. Well Waver on the Friday with Illumination. Joe Chan on the Saturday. We're going to be collecting for that. Get as much as we can in. Let's see if we can't get that total up a bit there for that. If you want to check out this show or any of our shows on demand, then get over to fm.fluidrecords.co.uk and vision.fluidrecords.co.uk, where you'll find all of our previous shows in audio format and video format to enjoy at your leisure. You can always get in contact with the studio at studio@fluidrecords.co.uk. Send us your requests, questions. If you're a musician, you want to get in contact with the show and you want to come on the show. If you want to play down JJ's, give us a shout, because we're booking up for the year.
We are
pretty much. So get on to us for that. And of course, the last one that I always say each week is, please don't forget to feed the head of algorithm. If you've enjoyed this video, if you enjoy our content, please do like, share, follow, subscribe, hit that little red button at the bottom of the screen there, hit the little bell next to it. If you're on YouTube, you'll get your notifications every time we upload new videos. And you can find us over on Facebook at Phluid Records, Twitch, Phluid Vision, Mixcloud /Phluid FM, Instagram at Phluid Records, YouTube at Phluid Vision, and on Twitter at FM Phluid. I got it right this time. I said Twitter. I didn't say Twitch. Yay! Excellent. So yeah, please do like, share, and particularly liking and subscribing and commenting and sharing. It does help us in the algorithm, helping us to grow. We've got coming on to 400 followers now across all of our platforms. Thank you all so much for that. And yeah, keep in touch, keep locked to them. You'll see all of our shows coming up: Pounce Night Out, Big Lads Thick Hard Portion, the next Wal of Paine, and the new shows that are coming soon. So I think I have exhausted all of the plugging that I have to do. Thank you all very much for watching.
Which leaves me to say, as a reward for all you music lovers out there, our closing track is New Model Army with The Attack. Good night and God bless.
Good night.